Breaking news, everyone. Saito is out. He was meant to compete at the Tokyo Grand Slam, one of the 4 heavyweights for Japan, but unfortunately he sustained an injury and he will not be competing. So it's a bit sad. I was kind of hoping to see him, just online. I'm actually going to the event on the other day, the Saturday. So it's kind of weird what they're doing this time. The Saturday will be 73, 81 and 90 for the men, and then the Sunday will be the heavyweights, under 100s, and 60 and 66. So I'm not quite sure why they did that, but on the Sunday there's been quite a few guys pulling out. We had Takato pull out, Abe pull out. Those two are just lazy, and then Saito getting injured, so that's unfortunate. I hope he's not an injury-prone guy. I've seen him with a few injuries recently. He's still really young, and when you're carrying around that kind of weight, you kind of wonder, is injury going to be his problem heading into the future? So, Ota Hyoga, he's replacing Saito. You just saw Kageura as well. Kageura, he's also competing for Japan. Harasawa, he's another one. You should be familiar with him. He's definitely been on the international scene at the top for Japan for quite some time, but I think his time might be behind him. It's kind of the younger guys. Even Ota's getting up there. Kageura, he's not incredibly young these days as well. It's really Saito. And this guy here, Takahashi from Kokushikan. So him and Saito both at Kokushikan University. But this guy, Takahashi, he's got the coolest entrance ever. Just have a listen to this. This little routine that he goes through, it's quite epic. So as you can see, there's not a full crowd here, but I imagine for the Tokyo Grand Slam it's going to be a full crowd, and the crowd is going to get behind him and kind of shout back at him when he screams into the crowd. It's awesome stuff. And here he is against Harasawa, pinning him to the ground. Here he is against Ota, and you're going to see him pin him to the ground as well. So he's this heavyweight with really, really good newaza. Watch this turnover, and watch how he holds Ota down. It's quite incredible. So yeah, Saito out. Opportunity for some of the older guys to kind of reclaim their spot, and also an opportunity for this guy here, Takahashi, to kind of, make a name for himself. Alright, so we're going to skip back down to under 90s now, and Murao Sanshiro, he is competing. Haven't seen him in a while, and I really like Murao. I think he is finally kind of gotten used to the international competition. I think he's really good at throwing people, getting scores, staying really defensive, and just showing good judo overall. You're always going to see something good when Murao steps onto the mat, so he's going to be my top pick for sure. And next up, this is pretty crazy. Mashu Baker. I made this video in 2015. How crazy is that? That's 7 years later. And here he is. He had a good performance at the Kodokan Cup, and that solidified his place at the Tokyo Grand Slam. So they're allowed to send 4 athletes per weight category, and I think he's probably the bottom pick. But we'll see. I definitely think Murao leagues above Mashu Baker at the moment, and also Mashiyama. Mashiyama just looks much more aggressive, much more stronger, has much more throwing prowess than Baker. Maybe Baker knows how to, play the Shido game, kind of drain people's energy, but I think in Judo you're going to be thrown for big scores, getting scores on the board, and that's kind of the most important thing in the current rule set, which is good. So Mashiyama, probably my second pick for under 90s. I do like his Judo, I like his style. He does seem a little bit small though, sometimes when he comes up against some of the bigger under 90 guys. I did hear that he came up from 81 because he couldn't get through Nagase and Fujiwara, so he kind of found his spot at under 90. There's also Mukai, and Mukai, he's someone, and sometimes he has really good days, and other times he doesn't. But even when he has good days, he just sometimes makes like really stupid mistakes, just kind of loses when he probably should have won the contest. World Championships against Vantan. That's one example. There was also at this contest here, you know, nice uranage here, but in the next contest he tried to pick up a much bigger guy and just ended up getting counted. It wasn't going to happen. Right, next up is under 100s, and under 100s it's pretty interesting for Japan. So we've got Ida Kentaro here, and Ida, he's definitely solidified his spot in the top of the team. Him and Aaron Wolf, they're at the top. Those guys get the most support. They get all the money, all the trainers. They get, you know, bodies when they need them to throw people around, all that sort of stuff. And obviously they get selected for the international tournaments. So Ida is there, and also Aaron Wolf. And I haven't seen Aaron Wolf versus Ida before, and it's going to be interesting. So Ida, though, he's not consistent on the international stage. I think in recent times he's done a lot better. This performance here at Hungary was really something quite special. I mean, the Ippon, you're going to see it in a second that he gets on Shavdat, probably one of my favorite Ippons of 2022. But I mean, sometimes, I mean, he stands up really, really straight, jumps in for these big uchimatas, and I mean, people are looking at counter him, and he did get countered at a recent tournament. So we'll see what happens there. But in saying that, I mean, Aaron Wolf, he's had a lot of time off competition, and he did say that he's kind of, you know, got mat rust. That's kind of a, I guess you can say that. He got third at the Kodokan Cup, and he didn't look like this. He didn't look like this kind of, I mean, he's got a pace that he puts on people at this weight, drains their energy, and he's also got really nice techniques. I mean, his Oshigari is something really special, and his Uchimata, look at this. I mean, he's really, really good. So when he's on form, he's in incredible form, and maybe the Kodokan Cup was all he needed to kind of, you know, get back into that mood, that swing of things. But yeah, bit of caution watching Aaron Wolf. It'll be interesting. Ida and him, not too sure who's going to take it. There's also Ueoka from Tendi. Not much that we've seen from him, but he's got a nice Heoi-nage. And also Green from Nitai Dai. Haven't seen much of him either. Looks like a big strong guy. And have a look at this. Nice technique here. Big powerful technique that he gets here. So he's also for Japan at under 100s. So that's it, guys. 90s, under 100s, plus 100s. Some things happening with Saito, but yeah, it is interesting, and there will be 4 Japanese competitors for each contest, which is pretty cool too. Alright, so look forward to more videos about the Tokyo Grand Slam, and I'll see you guys in the comments. Peace!